Well, guys, I obviously have an abscessed tooth again. It keeps happening. This is what happens when you skateboard into a lot of walls and the ground and all kinds of stuff without wearing a helmet. I love my Sector 9 skateboard. If anybody sees it, it has my name on the bottom of it, and I lost it in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Like, that will help at all. Anyway, it has my name on the bottom of it. And, alright, so I've got this abscess tooth, and it's a common problem. And I happen to have this wonderful knowledge that a friend of mine imparted on me some years ago at a rainbow gathering. And I'm going to teach you how to properly use Usnea as medicine, because it's an antibiotic. And let's face it, we all have to take antibiotics for something or other eventually. I have taken this for strep throat, staph infection. I've treated somebody else's staph infection multiple times with this. I've treated a lot of abscess teeth with it. So, according to my face, it's time to get started. So I have this beautiful bag of Usnea here, and there are several ways to indicate that it's Usnea for real. It's smaller and tighter knit than Spanish moss or other larger mosses, and when you tear it apart, it kind of has a white inner follicle that'll be kind of dry and powdery unless it's freshly just rained outside. It has a round follicle, and its relationship to the tree, it grows off of the tree. It likes to hang out on the tree. So this is a rather big clump that my friend brought to me. We have a couple of trees that it grows on around here. I am in Florida. I have also found it in Colorado, Montana, Tennessee, California. It grows all over the country. So this is some in the pot. And to get from this step to drinkable Usnea, there's one surefire way to dose it out, and that's to take your hand full, but still closed, full of the herbs. So you want to fill up your hand, but still be able to close it all the way. And that's one dose for your body weight. No matter what your body weight is, your hand full is your dosing mechanism. So one dose equals 1 cup of tea. You want to do 3 cups of tea per day for 3 days straight. And then the most important part is a 2-day break. The reason that we need this 2-day break so desperately is that Usnea can become hepatotoxic to the liver, and it's incredibly important that you give your liver time to heal from this, and that you not drink alcohol while ingesting Usnea. I mean, you can, but I would give my liver that grace of not drinking alcohol if at all possible, or at least take it easy. But this grows in our forest, and so a 3 cup a day for 3-day regimen, and then 2-day break, and then 3 more cups a day for 3 days, and you're done. Like, I don't care if you had gonorrhea, that's gonna knock it out, like anything. So I will see you in just a couple of days and show off my lovely abscess-free, still ugly face. I love you guys, and happy Usnea hunting. As you can see, there is a small tuft of Usnea growing off that branch up there. And that's what I meant about the relationship to the tree. It won't be growing like on the ground or anything. It'll be growing on the tree, either the trunk or the branches, doesn't matter. You typically want to collect from above waist high, that way people and animals have not peed on it, if at all possible, but it's not all high up in the air. So if you keep looking around, you'll eventually find a piece of, or a tree that grows it low enough. Do not pick it when it has little platelets growing on it, big, flat, roundish, like oval shaped platelets, because that means it's in its breeding phase, and you really shouldn't disturb the ones that are sporulating, because that's how we make sure that there's enough to grow back. And always leave a little bit to make sure that it can go into sporulation phase. And yeah. So yeah, guys, I really can't stress enough the 2-day break. Not to pick it while it's breeding. Pick around the breeding areas, because it doesn't all necessarily flower at once in that way. To preserve it for next time, and so that it doesn't die out, because let's face it, over harvest is a really big issue. It can be used topically, and it has been used topically for years. You can either make it into a salve, or a lot of people just chew a little bit of it, spit it into their hands, and put it on the wound directly. Chewing it releases the everything, you know. Let's see, there were a few other things that I wanted to mention. I can't remember now. Oh, it tastes terrible. It tastes really bad. When you are hungry for Usnea, you will know it. It's not gonna just be like, I'm gonna drink way too much of this. No, nature made it taste pretty bad, so that, like, deer will nibble on it in the wild, and animals will ingest some of it, but they won't eat a bunch of it until they're sick. And that's kind of what you should do too. Don't, I mean, a cup every now and then is probably good for you, but it's not like most antibiotics where if you take them, then eventually they just don't work for you. Because I've been doing this for years, and it's working still just fine. I mean, I do get a lot of abscesses. That's because I have a really bad tooth in there. It's cracked and broken from hitting the pavement while skateboarding, like I mentioned. But yeah, so I hope you find this information helpful. It could potentially save your life. You don't necessarily have to wait till after the apocalypse for this information to come in useful. You could use it anytime, and that's the cool thing about it. So yeah, have fun.